So here's the most important thing I want to say about wholesalers. You want to build a relationship with these guys or girls, whoever it is. With the wholesalers, there's a lot of big companies, a lot of big corporations, big hedge funds that are buying up Kansas City or wherever you're investing at. So for me, talk for me, they're buying up Kansas City. That's my competition, right? These guys have billions of dollars. And so you got a little guy like me coming in like, hey man, can I just get a piece of pie? You know, if they come into your meet up with the wholesaler and they have more cash, more power, close quick, they're fast at what they do. You know, the wholesaler is trying to make a living for him and his family, so it's going to sell off of there. Now, where it changes is when you have a personal relationship with your wholesaler and you get to know them, you get to know their family, let them know like, look man, you're a good guy, I'm a good guy, I'm just trying to make it, and you're real with them. I'm going to give you value, man, look, I'll close fast. You know, if I give you my word, I'm closing, no matter what happens. I've never backed out of a deal, ever. If I said, man, that fits my buy box, I am closing. And when wholesalers know that about you, they'll give you a chance. They'll give you a chance first. It just happened the other day, man. Appreciate you, Fred. Wait, now hold up the camera right there. So you're gonna want to build up a relationship with wholesalers and get to know them. Be an honest, genuine person. Be legit. Be real. Help them. Give value where you can. You know, because a lot of times wholesalers, man, they're small companies, right? It's just them in a little workshop. I've literally had wholesalers that I built trust with that said, hey, man, I got a deal. I don't know if there's any meat on the bones. Why don't you go see if you can sell it? And I just did that off of 1600 Winchester when I was flipping about a year ago. I sold the deal and made a lot of money. I cut a check, put it in the mail, and the wholesaler called me. He goes, what the hell is this for? I said, man, I closed that deal, made a profit. I want to share this with you. How many deals do you think I did with that guy after that? A lot of deals. He called me he still, this day, calls me, right? So if a situation like that happens, you make a little bit more money, man, share the wealth. I promise you they won't forget you. That's the biggest kept secret. Build a relationship with your wholesalers. These other ones are easy. Whew, I'm feeling good. Is this good so far? I'm just let me gauge where I'm at here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. So the MLS, biggest pain in the ass in my life. Dude, I'm always been. I'm on there, you know, like internet surfing new for properties, and I mean I got 3 offers out right now, very aggressive offers. Whatever. I don't know them personally, so they get offended if they want to. And so that's probably why I lose them. You know, like, you want 100, I'll give you 20. And that's right. But I do, man. But I'm getting beat out by big corporations. And so, but I have won some, man. I won a home run deal. Whew. Oh, man, I'll say that one for later, baby. It worked out really good. But I did. I competed with 20 people, and how I got that deal is I offered them cash, hard money, cash. When I say cash, hard money. So I have lenders, which I'm going to get into because I have a secret sauce in there, and where you want to eventually get to, and literally how I use zero of my own money. I don't. You know, with hard money guys, you can put down 10%, all these different fees. I literally, with my lenders, use zero, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in a second. So the MLS, you guys understand. You put offers in and hope you get it. Direct to seller, so if you did learn how to do mailing campaigns, you can do text blast and all these different things. Wholesalers look at me like, shut up, you know. And so, you know, you can go on Google and look that up. I've done different campaigns. I actually have a business partner. Well, we shut that site down just very recently. And but he ran that wholesale side. I didn't want anything to do with it. Very busy in what I do. Rob, you just popped in my head to take a breath. 5 seconds is a long time to pause. Man, hang on a second. 5 seconds, 1,000, 2,000. Okay, so next thing. You can buy from auction. Kind of wish I had like a true mic. So auction's a major pain in the ass again. It's one of those deals usually can't get inside to see the property, and so you're bidding, sight unseen. Everybody's like, oh, auction, the greatest thing ever, whatever. Good luck. I don't like it personally. Doesn't fit here. I just stay away from them. Maybe when I want to gamble, I'm not a gambler, but maybe one day I'll have some fun buying some off the auction. If someone has experience in it, I'm not saying it doesn't work. Let me just be clear. I just don't do it. I just mainly buy from wholesalers and direct to sellers. You buy from auctions? Oh, I thought you raised your hand. So here's a couple pieces I want to throw in when you're looking at a property. So with you wholesalers, I think I've told you guys how I do this. So if a property comes through, it's on my buy box, and it says brand new electrical, brand new plumbing, brand new HVAC, right? We're all excited, like, dude, we ain't got to do none of that. It still meets my buy box. Hold the phone. Make sure you get on KC Parcel Viewer, right? Google this. And what you're going to want to look for, I think it's like the first link, KC Parcel Viewer. You click it, go to another page. You're going to put the property address in that where it says at the property address. And what's going to happen is it's going to pull up the property, and over on the left side, it's going to say codes, permits, plans, and all this fancy stuff. So anytime you do electrical, plumbing, HVAC, roof, some other miscellaneous, any groundwork or anything like that, you got to pull a permit. And if you don't pull a permit, you can get fined. If the house is if it looks like this, like all the walls are up, and everything's new, and the city catches on, you're ripping your walls out for them to inspect. I've been there, done that, got that T-shirt and that coffee mug. I don't want it, and so it's major pain. So what you're looking for is on those permits and plans if they actually pull permits. So you're going to click the link. It's going to take you to Compass KC. Through that Compass KC, it will say passed, failed, or still open, or there just won't be nothing. If there is nothing, it's a major red flag. However, I sometimes still buy these. I am a licensed general contractor, but I know going into it that the deal has to be good though. So I know I'm opening this stuff up. And if anything's wrong with it, it's on me now. If I buy a property right now, and they're like, oh, brand new HVAC, brand new electrical, brand new plumbing. I'm like, oh, dude, cool. Hey, save on me. I'll take it, dude. 50 grand, cool. We close that deal. We move on. City comes in and busts me. I can't go back to him. We signed an agreement that said, as is, it's yours. There ain't going back to nobody. You inherited those problems, and trust me, you don't want that T-shirt. It's not fun. KC Parcel Viewer. I can't stress that enough. Hopefully you took notes on that, because if you make that mistake, it's on you. So the other thing you want to look at, this is, and it's free, right? There's no charge of that. Spotcrime.com. This is where you're going to look and see what kind of crime is in the area. Again, free. Can't beat that. So if you didn't write that down, sorry, it was shame on you. So what I'm looking for, now you can, if I put in my address in Blue Springs, Missouri, there will be crime. There'll be arrests and all these different things. And so don't be concerned with all the little emoji deals they have going on the screen. What you're going to do is you're going to click it, go down to details, and find out what happened. If it's like a fist fight, boys fight all the time. Girls fight too. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, I ain't tripping on a fight. I'm looking for theft, armed robbery, break-ins, murder, things like that. I want the major felony items, and then stay the hell out of it.
What's that called?
Spotcrime.com. Okay. So that was a lot on,
I've already gotten my money's worth.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got a DVD set. It's $11.99. So, all right. So funding. Here's the fun part. This is where a lot of people get stuck up on funding. So let's get the easy one out of the way. Cash money. You got cash money. You buy the property. Done deal. Deeds in your name. Do what you fix it up. You refinance. Out the door. Easy peasy. Hard money. Oh boy. Some people get really hung up over hard money. So when I first got started, coming from the flips, I had some cash built up. So my first couple, I did all cash, purchase and rehab, and so I could do like 3 at a time. And Rachel Bailey with Creative Capital. Does anyone know Rachel Bailey? Boom, boom, boom. Love her, man. She's awesome. She changed my life. She came to one of my kids' birthday party, and man, I was up there just chatting it up with her, and my wife came over, she's like, "Who's this girl? Who's this girl?" Bam, dude. You know, I was like, "Hold up, dude. No, it's just all business, all business." So she sat down with me one day and said, "Listen, Michael, you know, if you take this money and invest in your 3 properties, you're gonna have this return. But if you take the exact same money, you can go from 3 properties to doing 10 properties at a time, whatever, maybe more, right?" And so, and she broke down the numbers. She goes, "You'll make 3x, 4x the money, even though you're paying 12% APR and 3% origination and $500 doc fee. Just minus those out. That's just cost of doing business, just tax write-off." So I could go from 3 properties to 10, 12, however many properties I wanted to do. Excuse me. In the moment I switched over to hard money, and I was doing that for the flips. Man, it made it so much easier. I felt so much secure because like if a property would take $100,000 normally, and I could just put in $10,000, it was so much easier to see the other money in the account. So if anything was happening, another deal would come up. Man, I was ready to go. And so hard money can be really, really good because you just need a little bit of cash. Typically, they'll fund 90%. You know, when you're first getting started, you got to go through the ropes a little bit to earn your stripes. And so, don't stress too much on the upfront fees. Just know you're putting in a little bit of money. Somebody's letting you borrow 90% rest, and then if you're keeping the property, you get to refinance that property, pay off your hard money guy, and you keep that asset. And so, if you can refinance, pull out a little bit of cash that covers those fees you paid the hard money, you just got a free rental. And getting a free rental is always a home run deal. Always a home run. So that's a little bit about hard money. And hard money guys they're easy to find. And typically if you can fog a mirror, they'll fund you. And so it does help if you come with credibility, I will say. But if you come in, if you have a good asset and they know you're new, they're going to review that property. And if they don't lend on it, recheck your deal. Have someone who's experienced help run those numbers with you. So they'll do their own little research, and if it's a good deal, they'll put the money into it. So that's a pretty good sign that you're winning, right? So my favorite, private money.
Oh, favorite.
Dude, this is the secret sauce. I'm telling you. I didn't really know how to even pitch this in the very beginning because I was new and I was just out hustling. But so private money is typically like your doctors, lawyers, someone with 401k, someone maybe just made a lot of money and got it sitting in the bank, and typically they don't want to invest in the stock market, or they don't want to put their money. They like sitting in the bank, but they also know money's a currency. If money's not moving, it ain't making you no money. So I have one guy that's a doctor. He was referred to me by a guy that I know. Kind of a long story there, but so a guy that I know knows what I do. He goes, "Hey, my brother has some money, dude, and he wants to invest, and he knows that you use hard money. Will you talk to him?" Now, little did I know, with the private money guys, and this guy had money in the bank, I was going to get to negotiate my terms. So I said, "Look, dude, so this is what I pay, and you can take this and steal it and pitch it," because he's happy. And so I told him 10% APR, no doc fee, 1% origination, and 100% of the money up front. No holdbacks, no inspections. Hard money guys are going to hold money back. And then every time the hard money guys, every time they do an inspection, it's $150. They send someone out, looks good, here's a check. And so it works though. I mean, it works. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying there's a better way.
Would you repeat that list?
Huh?
Would you repeat that?
The which list?
The 10% APR, no doc
Oh,
fee.
yeah. So I do 10% APR, which comes to like 0.83% each month, 1% origination, and no doc fee, none of the other fees that come along with it, and then 100% the funds up front.
All right, thank you.
So simple put, if I buy,
Purchasing rehab?
huh?
Purchasing rehab?
Purchase and rehab, yes. So if I'm buying a house, it's $85,000, and I'm gonna say I'm buying a house for $50,000, and it's $35,000 in renovation. My private lender will send they'll send all $85,000 to the title company. The title company will take $50,000, pay off the wholesaler, or pay off the seller, and that other $35,000, it does come down a little bit because title is going to take the fees out, might be like $1,500, not a big deal. But the rest of the money is wired straight to my bank account, and I take that money and I fund the project. I'm very, 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 very trustworthy. I've borrowed millions of dollars over this last year, which is crazy to me, and I've always paid it back. I've always said, man, no one's going to come to my funeral, spit on my grave, so I owe anybody any money. And so it's something to take very serious when you're playing here. And I think that's why you can find people, if you take this game serious and you're confident enough and you have a buy box, you have a strategy in place, people want to put their money somewhere and know they're going to get a return. That doctor honestly just told me, look, I want to invest. I'm just lazy. I work hard. I come home. I don't want to put money. I don't want to do anything else. And so if I can give you the money, you go do it, and it works out. So we'll refinance the property, it gets paid off, and out the door. My other lender's a little different. Just because I didn't understand what I know now. I felt kind of bold telling someone like, hey, you're sitting 100% of the money. It's a little crazy, right? I mean, it took some confidence to be like, look, dude, I know what I'm doing. And as you grow and become more confident, you can look at someone and say, look, you're going to give me 100 grand, I'm going to send you back 110 or whatever it is. However that math I just told you breaks down. But my other lender, they do 100% of the purchase and then 50% of rehab costs right at closing. So I'm still no money out of pocket. So whatever it is, so if it's $50,000 rehab, $25,000 sends the title, and the little fees come out, so it's like getting minus $2,000 out of that, and the rest hits my bank account. When I'm halfway through the renovation, they send me the rest of the money. And so, and I use two lenders, and they both have enough money to the one can keep me funded. I don't know how they have so much money. Actually, I do know. I'm just not sure the business. Drugs. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. They don't do that. They're like missionaries or something. And so then when I met so we worked out the terms of the first lender. I was so used to hard money, getting so many draws that I didn't really even know how to pitch the first person. So if you wrote that down, it works. Honestly, when I gave this pitch, neither one of them came back and rebutted at all. So it worked really well. Oh my goodness. Let's go a little quicker here. 401k, you can pull from that and invest it. YouTube it. HELOC, home equity line of credit. Someone was talking about HELOC back over here. You can pull a HELOC on investment property or a personal house and use that money, invest it. I don't do that. I think it's risky, but I guess I don't need it. I say it's not. If you're buying in a buy box and you're buying in the right area, you're eliminating some of your risk. I just don't want to put up any personal assets for it, but it can work. Partnerships, you heard how I got my start. So there's three pieces of this. If you can build these three pieces, you have the acquisition guy, you have the money, and you have the rehab. These are three teammates, three players in the game, right? So if you're brand new and you're trying to get going, pick one of these that you want to tackle. Maybe it's the acquisition, you want to get into wholesaling. Maybe you have the money, you just need the other two figured out. Like the guy from Abu Dhabi was my money guy, I had the other two figured out. The rehab, maybe you're a contractor and then you just need to figure out the other two. Figure out one of them. If you can get one mastered, finding the other two is really easy. So once you have the acquisition done, it's like say we're going to partner up on some deals. Like he's really close, dude. 19. Yeah. 19, killing it. So him and I are going to do a lot of business together in this way. And so we're gonna, he's able to, do the deals, and we'll work something out, help him get going. And after that, he ain't gonna need me no more, dude. I'm gonna lose my deals, but I'm watching him grow and be successful. It's my absolute dream, and to watch, people take this and run with it and build the scale and grow. I worked with a lot of people where I've done one-off deals with them. They said, all right, dude, I don't need you no more, respectfully, but I don't. I know what I got what I need now, and goes. And I'm happy with that. That's the beautiful thing about real estate. You know, if you start a car mechanic business with somebody, you just got married, right? You're in a business for a really long time. Real estate, hey, bub, let's go flip this house. Split the money. Hey, man, cool, dude. You know, you take your money, do what you need to. It's all good. You ain't hurt no feelings. You can do, you know, you can do a rental portfolio, build it up, sell out of it, or buy your partner out. There's no hurt feelings in this business doing one-off deals. Okay, so partnerships. Find out what piece of the puzzle you want to be, and then you can bring the team together, because I guarantee you someone here has the money, someone is a contractor, I know for sure, and then there's acquisition guys right here. And so you just merge that together and share it in one big vision together, and you guys grow together. So let's talk about rehabs. So first you got buy in the BRRRR. The next is rehab. You gotta get this renovation done. Because the whole point of the BRRRR is you're buying a crap house for cheap, and you're fixing it up and making it worth more money. This is how the BRRRR works. So for rehabs, 3 types of contractors. These are commercial grade contractors. There's your everyday retail contractors who work for a lot of homeowners. And then there's your investor-friendly contractors. I'm not for hire. I just pointed out myself, but I'm not for hire. I used to be the investor-friendly contractor. I was that guy to come in and be like, hey, Rob, I know you said you wanted to replace this tub. That's, you know, $900. But me looking at it as an investor-friendly contractor, we can refinish this thing for $150. That's going to save you. We put more money into the kitchen. That's an investor-friendly contractor. You're going to have to dig a little bit, get on bridge, real estate, whole bunch of investor-friendly contractors. So yeah, so stay away from the commercial guys, stay away from retails, find your investor-friendly contractors, and you'll know. They'll tell you. I mainly only, for me, I only worked for investors whenever I was doing GC work. That's all I did. You know, there's some one-off jobs I did outside there. Okay, 5 major items to always look at when you're doing a renovation, when you're walking a house with your wholesaler: roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing, HVAC. This is really important because it plays into the next point. So with your roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, these are 5 very expensive items that you want to look at these first and get these off the list so you make sure you stay in your buy box. The other point to this is you're going to have the insurance on this property. And if your roof is on its last leg, shingles coming off, your insurance premiums are going to be a lot higher, right? Insurance already right now is high enough. So they're going to look at electrical, they're going to look at the plumbing, they're going to look at the HVAC, and depending on the age of those units that they're insuring will determine like the premiums and stuff they pay, that you'll pay. So I always take care of those first, especially I do long-term rentals, and so I want to make sure that those are solid. I'm going to skip through a few of these and get to some. For me personally, I always do $5,000 deductibles on my insurance. They usually drops at about $250 per year. And this is good. Pay attention, because I used to own a company. We did insurance restoration work. We used to come in and you know, after a fire or flood, and a lot of times we'd come in with these investors that the tenants would burn the house down for whatever reason, and we would come in and say, all right, well, let's see your policy. I need to see your policy to determine what we're working with here. And they'd hand it over and say, well, look, this damage is $100,000. You see, they quoted it out right here, but they're only giving me $50 minus my deductible. They're giving me $45,000. Why? Well, that's what you call an ACV only policy. So if you have an ACV, actual cash value, they're going to depreciate your house and give you what those items are worth, and you will not be able to recover the rest of the money. You know who's going to pay for that? You as the investor. And I've seen a lot of investors get caught upside down and end up in a really bad spot. You know, fire, flood, whatever it is. So what they have, this is what I buy. I buy an RCV policy. So if a house was burned down, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid to rebuild that house, and I'm making a little bit extra money too, if you're honest with you. And so I can help you through that little process. But if you want an insurance agent, I got my lady that I use. I get nothing for this. When I say this, I literally get no returns. But tell her you want the Michael Mitchell special, and she's going to tell you, she's going to give you exactly what I use. I promise you, I would tell you, I get nothing for that. But she's going to give you the same coverage that I have.
RCV.
RCV is replacement cost value.
Huh?
What is RCV?
Replacement cost value.
Right.
Yes. And so actual cash value, if a roof is worth $10,000, it's a 30-year roof, but it's 15 years of its